Hey guys, we're back. It's week 4 of distant learning. Can y'all believe it's already been 4 weeks of this? Time's gone by pretty quick. Speaking of that, it's the 4th week of distant learning, but it's our last week of our 5th, 6 weeks grading period. So I need you guys to make sure that you turn in your assignments from last week as well as your assignments from this week. I really would hate to enter zeros in the grade book this week with all the hard work y'all been doing. So please make sure that you've been turning in your assignments, okay? First and foremost. Now, this 4th week, we are going to wrap up equations, but we want to make sure that you guys can do a mixture of everything that we've done. So we went over equations with variables on both sides. We went over equations with distributive property. Now we're going to kind of go over equations that have all of that combined into it. So your performance test this week, your test grade, has equations that are just like this on it, okay? So I want to make sure that I go over it and that you guys thoroughly understand. And of course, on Tuesday, we'll meet and we can go over another one. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line. There's always 2 sides to an equation. We're solving for x. First thing I want to do is I want to attack my parentheses, obviously, right? PEMDAS, we still have PEMDAS. And I want to distribute that 2 to both things inside. So 2 times 10, remember we always multiply with distributive property. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 2x is going to give us 4x. Okay? That side is completely expanded out. This side has no parentheses, so it's already expanded out, but I do see 2 things that can be combined. I'm going to go ahead and circle them. The -4 and the 12. Please be mindful and remember the sign in front of the value goes with it. So this is indeed -4. Now we have integers. We have -4 and 12. Think back to what I taught you about money. If you're -4 in your bank account and you go deposit $12, are you still negative? Heck no, you're not negative. I mean, you kind of washed $4 of that 12 out, but you should be left with 8. Remember, whichever sign's number is the highest, that's the sign you keep, and you just subtract. So 12 is the larger value. 12 minus 4 is 8. My value is 8. And there's tons of ways to do integers. That's just kind of how I like to teach it and remind you. Now we've got our equation ready to go. I got to combine my x's. So I'm going to go ahead and add 8x to both sides. We're left with 20 plus 12x is equal to 8. That canceled out. All right, now we're going to combine our numbers, our real values. We're going to subtract 20 from both sides. This is pretty ugly. That's okay. That cancels out. We're left with 12x is equal to, 8 minus 20. If I have $8 and I spend 20, I'm going to definitely be in the negative. I've already spent too much over than I should have. So you really got to keep track of your negatives. Again, the negative value is larger. 20 minus 8 is 12, but we keep that negative sign. So we're going to be -12. This actually worked out pretty good. At the end, we always divide by the number that's attached to the variable, the coefficient. That cancels out, leaving x, and we have -12 divided by 12. Different signs are going to result in a negative answer. -1 is the answer. Remember, you can always go back in and plug them in and make sure each side is equal. Please show all your work. Work is half the credit. I got to see where you're making your mistakes if you're making mistakes. So the performance task this week is going to have equations that are like this. And then I decided to switch it up this week and give you kind of a fun activity. A be creative activity. I know you guys are pretty much stuck at home, so the other activity is called the name rotation activity, and you guys are actually going to create a really cool image on a piece of paper just by rotating it on a window. I will send another video out explaining that thoroughly as well as showing you my product. I'm just not quite done yet, which I'll be done tomorrow, and I'll upload that video. The instructions and everything for that assignment with pictures are on the assignment as well as the final product, but it's going to be really cool. So yeah, you have the name rotational activity and then the formative, and then the performance task this week. That's it, okay? I will do an attendance tab just so I can see who's all joining in, and that'll be it this week, okay? Let's move forward to that last 6 weeks and get this done. I'm so proud of all the work that you guys have been doing. Please check back on your assignments and look at your comments and your grades. I've been putting those in, and I hope you guys had a really good weekend with your family, okay? I look forward to seeing you all on Tuesday at the beginning of your normal class time. Please look at the homepage for all those times if you forgot. All right? I will see you guys Tuesday. Have a good week. Peace.